All right, I am in a 2023 Honda Civic. Michael asked me if I would do an oil change for him, and honestly, I said no. But he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. That's what I'm doing. So today you're gonna see the tools that you need, and you're also gonna see underneath this car before you have to do it, so you know what you're getting yourself into. But what you want to look for here is the level. And the reason why you want to do that is because right now is the best time to see how your engine is running. If you've got not enough oil in there, it could be burning too much oil, and you're going to know that now before you dump all that oil out and lose all the evidence. So you're just going to get a better idea of how your car is running, and if you continue to do your own oil changes, nothing is going to surprise you when things come up, maintenance-wise or repair-wise. So I'm putting these blocks under the car exactly where you would be putting your jack, and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so this front block is right under here. See that, where it just kind of curves? That's where you want your jack and your jack stands. You're not going to damage it when you lift it that way. Same thing goes for back here. If you're lifting it up in the rear, there it is, that little curved piece, that reinforced area, that's your safe lifting point. Same for the driver's side. Make sure you put your car up on at least 2 jack stands, one on this side and one on the other, before you get underneath it. You don't want this thing falling on your head. So this is what your car is gonna look, well, this is what this car looks like underneath. Now check this out. It's got that big hole in the plastic right here. So tell the story, Michael, about what happened to this skid plate underneath here.
I took my car to get an oil change, and when I was driving home, the plate just kind of fell, and I could hear it scraping on the ground. So I had to immediately go back to the Take 5, and they said that there was a screw missing.
You know, they're, what, a 10-minute oil change place or whatever? And that 10 minutes becomes like real close to 30 minutes when you got to deal with all this stuff. So they've got time constraints, but man, that really sucks. What did they do? Did they compensate you for this, or what happened there?
I went back, and they said that they found a screw that fit, and they screwed it back in so it wouldn't fall out.
Oh man. Yeah, I can see it's still missing some fasteners all over the place. All these holes are missing fasteners, so that kind of sucks. We're gonna try and fix that, but let me show you what it's gonna look like to get these things off. It looks like these Phillips head screws are probably the OE. They look kind of Honda E to me. And this one is fastening part of that plastic dam here that broke off. So that can go in the trash. But I'm gonna keep this screw because I think we can use it in some other places. This screw here looks non-factory. It looks like something that they just threw in there, because the other screws are either in their trash can or laying in the road somewhere. Let's see how this comes out. Oh, that's just a 1/4 turn deal. That actually might also be factory. And I've got one more Phillips screw to remove. Get that one out. This aluminum piece should just slide back and down like that. Take the broken pieces of plastic out of it. Throw those in the trash. Bring you around this side. Makes it pretty easy. So it's even marked engine oil, and that's going to be the drain plug for that, and your oil filter is right in front of the oil pan. This is the front of the car, is going that way. All right, get your rags and your drain pan ready, because we're about to remove the filter. We're going to put that into a dry drain pan. So take this off first. You're going to thank yourself, because you're not going to have to reach into that oil and pull out a soaking wet filter. Let's go. All right, if you're doing this in your driveway, you want to get your hand around that filter and give it a turn if you can. Not bad. I can actually turn it with my hand. There's some tools that you can use to get these loose. if the oil change guy was a little too hard on it. But this guy didn't do too bad a job on the filter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let that drip. All right, let me pull it out the rest of the way here. And I'm gonna dump it upside down in my drain pan. Then we can clean this area up. I wanna do as clean a job as I can. Let's go ahead and get up in there with a little bit of brake clean. I'm just gonna hose that off a bit. I'm sure Michael will appreciate that. So if you buy a Honda brand oil filter, it comes with this. That'll keep your drain plug from leaking. She's pretty much done dripping. Let me get the pan out of here so you can see better. I'm just gonna wipe down this surface, make sure it's clean, along with these threads here. All right, just got a little bit of oil. I'm gonna dip my finger in there and get it wet, and then I'm just gonna lubricate the O-ring. Let's go ahead and spin that on. Just keep spinning until it stops. There it stopped, and then we're gonna go 3/4 of a turn. And that's your proper torque there. You don't wanna go any tighter than that. There's no reason to do that. It makes it easier to get it off the next time. All right, so your drain plug is a 17 millimeter. I'm gonna go ahead and crack that loose. And now we can spin it off by hand. It's gonna shoot back quite a ways. So you don't want it directly under, you want it sort of to the rear where it's gonna be going here. I like to screw it right out to the end, and then I'm just gonna give it a flick so that the oil can come out and it's not gonna get me all oily. Almost forgot to take the filter out. I told you to do that first so it doesn't get all nasty. I almost covered it in oil. Here we go. I thought that would be easy to get this little gasket off, but I'm using my screwdriver to walk it off. It's so tight to those threads. I think that should be good enough to kind of screw it out. All right, we can just polish this thing up and put the new gasket right on there. All right, I'm just gonna clean this surface off here, get rid of my drain pan. And I've got my plug. Make sure it spins in nice and freely. You don't want to cross thread this thing. Oil pans are super expensive. Okay, I've got a 17 millimeter. I've put this to 360 inch-pounds. That's about 30 foot-pounds. It's not a lot of torque, but I'm torquing that because I'm on YouTube and I want it to be done right. It wasn't very hard. You don't need a whole lot of strength. If you're just using your wrench, use your mind. This is aluminum. You don't want to strip it out. If this isn't bent, it's probably easier to do. Okay, I think we're getting there. All right, so pulled it forward, tabs are in. Now the threaded holes from the aluminum are underneath, or on top of, in this case, this plastic. All right, so these threaded screws, these are your Phillips. I'm gonna use that to go right up into there, get that started, thread it in, keep that from going anywhere. This is broken anyway. I've got 1/4 turn screw. That's this guy here, so that just slots in and 1/4 turn to get this where it's supposed to go and hold it up. I'm gonna get my flathead screwdriver, turn that in, and that's it. All right, 2 more screws back here, and that's all I've got for this one, but there's 1/4 turn screws, 1, 2 on that side and 2 on this side, if your car isn't broken like this one. All right, threaded ones back here, sort of thread into the subframe of the car. That's a good tight fit. That's not going anywhere. And the last one here. Now, according to Honda, this is the parts guy at Honda, this engine's gonna take just under 4 quarts of 0W20. So I'm gonna use this as a funnel. Put about 3.8 quarts in there, just under the 4-quart line. Let me put this back together, pour it in, and we'll check to see if he was telling the truth. case you're curious, all of the tools that I'm using for this oil change, I'll put those down below so you know exactly what you need before you get started. All right, there's your 3 point whatever quarts down. Spin that, give it a little turn, that's it. We're gonna start the car. That's gonna fill the empty filter with oil. We're gonna make sure it doesn't leak, and we'll come back for a final check. That's it. You just wanna build a little bit of oil pressure. And then we're gonna do the reveal. Let's go underneath, make sure there's no huge puddle here on the ground. That's a good thing. That means everything is not leaking. It also means that the oil filter now is full of oil, so we can get an accurate reading on the dipstick. All right, moment of truth. Where are we at? We are right at, can you see it? Right there, in between the two marks. So it's not at the full point. I guess if you filled it exactly with 4 quarts, it would be right at the full level. So go ahead and do that. Not a bad time to check your coolant level. Let me see if I can show you there. I've got the flashlight at the back of the bottle, and you can see through the bottle where the level is. That mark at the top is full, and where it's at is below that. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of Honda blue coolant in there. All right, I've got some from the Napa. It's your Honda, Nissan, Subaru blue coolant. Focus, there you go. I'm just gonna throw a little bit in there, top it off. And he'd do it without spilling. Pretty dang close, check that out. Not bad if I say so myself. All right, in the car now, we're not gonna push the brake lever or the brake pedal down. Just push your start button twice. That's gonna get you in here. And we've got the maintenance minder on. You can use the scroll wheel. The one that you're going to be doing today is going to be code A, replace engine oil. Now push that scroll wheel on the right side of the steering wheel and hold it for 10 seconds until the menu comes up. Let's do item A. Reset complete. All right, so we got A. Now our oil life is 100%. That's pretty cool. So we've got everything set on the dashboard. He's going to be reminded next time he has to come back to do an oil change. Hopefully we'll have the screws that are for that underpan cover ready to go, and then he won't have it falling down in the street anymore. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.